From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Thursday, July 12th. I'm Mike Ludlum. Day 2 of the 11 and 12-year-old Major League Softball tournament taking place in Sanford. The Escanaba All-Stars took on West Branch. West Branch only had to drive about 47 miles to get to Sanford. Carly McInerney had an RBI single, and then she would steal second. Escanaba already had a 3-1 lead in the third inning moments later. Natalie Beauchamp, a bouncer to the pitcher, just a bit high on the throw. A run will score in the background, and Beauchamp's a little confused, but she does get back to first base in time. Aubrey Stropich absolutely smokes this one to the fence in right field. 2 more runs score. Escanaba led 6-1. West Branch only had 3 base runners the entire game, and one's going to get erased on a double play here by shortstop Anna Boudelier. And Escanaba went on to win 10-1, and they will advance to the semifinals on Saturday. They have one more round-robin game on Friday. On the scoreboard, 11 and 12 baseball in the Southern UP. Escanaba defeated Norway 3-2. Iron Mountain North over Gladstone 3-2. So Escanaba and Gladstone will meet again to figure out who can play Iron Mountain North. Meanwhile, in the northern/western UP, Portage Lake is your champion, defeating Ishpeming Blue 11-4. I believe that state tournament is down in St. Clair. And in a softball tournament in Rockford, Illinois, Team 906 Wireless, girls from Delta County and Marquette County had a couple of easy victories, 15-3 over Illinois Chaos and 12-0 taking care of Falls Angels, Wisconsin. You've heard of summer football and basketball camps, but have you heard of a bowling camp? Well, let's go to Dickinson County and find out more about that. Iron Mountains Recreation Lanes has just completed its first high school bowling boot camp. 8 weeks, $10 per week, and you can attend as many weeks as possible.
The first week, we teach the 4-step approach, and you'll see them walking like robots, trying to take the steps and swing the ball and trying to think about the whole thing and doing both things. By the end of the camp, it's all just automatic.
Braden Vikstrom became interested in the sport when he saw his parents bowling. The Westwood boys reached the Division IV state semifinals last March, and they had 2 individuals qualify for the singles Sweet 16. Vikstrom has seen improvement in one specific area of his game thanks to the camp.
One of the weeks was a spares one, which is my worst thing. It's always been spares. And then I've been taught where to aim arrow-wise, where to stand, and it's helped me hit my spares at a much higher percentage.
It's also for the coaches. Helps them, especially new coaches, learn how to help their kids improve, so when they go down to regionals and state, they can bowl better down there.
The camp has given the bowlers a chance to see some of the improvements made at recreation lanes, including newer gutters and refurbished lanes. And if the camp comes back next summer, more improvements could be completed by then. The Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan have once again combined their forces to hold the Reaching Higher program. The idea is to provide assistance in a safe, inexpensive educational environment to those who may have the potential to play intercollegiate basketball at some level. It also involves other initiatives to help establish, maintain, and strengthen the link between youth and schools. 7 UP players have been selected to participate starting next Tuesday at Milford High School in Highland. Megan Crow of Gladstone, Madeline Koski of Westwood, Marquette's Avery Levy, Westwood's Tessa Lease, Hallie Marshall from St. Ignace, Negauni's Abby Nelson, and on the boys' side, Marquette's Marius Grazoulis. By the way, Koski, Leedy, Lease, and Nelson are all part of a 17 and under level UP Express basketball team that's been undefeated at the Nike Tournament of Champions in Chicago in the Athens division. They've reached the championship game. Michigan Tech Athletics has promoted Chris Roy to Assistant Athletic Director for Facilities and Operations. And they've hired Brad Isaacson as the event operations manager and athletic equipment supervisor. These changes came after the retirement of Dave Nordstrom. Roy had served as facilities and special events manager for the student development complex since 2001. Before returning to his alma mater, Roy spent 6 years as student complex manager at Ferris State. He's a 1986 grad of Michigan Tech. Isaacson is a 2011 graduate of Michigan Tech and just started his duties this month. The native of Mohawk returns after serving as student equipment manager during his undergrad years. He also worked at South Dakota State University as a football equipment manager and Auburn University for 2 years as an equipment manager working with football, soccer, and the track and field programs. Nordstrom retired at the end of June after 34 years at Michigan Tech. He was the associate athletic director for facilities and operations since 2011 after being the SDC building manager for 15 years. He was originally hired back in 1984 as then the assistant manager of what was the 4-year-old SDC way back then.